Contacts import. Well, we're in contacts right now, as you can see. There are already some contacts loaded here. You can actually interact with them just by clicking on the contact and seeing the detail for each contact. You can actually even communicate with them on an individual ad hoc basis, email or SMS, depending on what they've opted into. Then in addition to that, if you are in a situation where you're just establishing your account, then of course you want to import a list, probably from, you might have a list in an Excel spreadsheet or any number of formats. But what you need to do first is convert those contacts into a CSV file, because that's the upload format for the system. So you click on import, and then from there you can find your files. Let's see, desktop. So I'm looking for, here's a file right here. So constant contact. I won't go all the way through to loading it in this case, but I'll show you kind of how the process looks. So I've selected the file that I want to load. It's already in a CSV format. Oftentimes that's the most time-consuming part of the process, from what I've seen over time, is that it takes time to convert files into CSV. You have to clean up the data. There's usually a lot of junk in the data, like random characters, etc. So it has to be pretty clean before you get to this stage. Right. So if I click on upload from here, it will show me the field mapping. In addition to that, so you see the field mapping here. These are all the fields that are available in the system. You want to line those up with the fields that are in your file. In addition to that, you set their opt-in status. So I'm assuming, based on the data that I've already looked at in the CSV file, that all of these people have opted in to, in this case, to receive emails, to receive SMS, and also outbound phone calls. That's kind of important to really make sure that you are not opting in people in that haven't opted in to receive messages via any one of these channels, because that's a big no-no, and it will get any organization blacklisted, especially with email providers. So you don't really want to run afoul of that law. You need to be very careful. So then, in this case, you see on the left-hand side, these are the fields and the field names that are available in the file. So yeah, right here under CSV headings. Again, those are all the fields that are in the file that I'm loading. And you want to make sure that they line up with the fields that are available in the system. So in this case, the system has done a pretty good job of kind of matching up. As you see, email address, email, first name, last name, company job title, work, phone, etc. And there's a few other, you can actually set some notes if you need to, if you'd like to. And there's sort of a pick list here. It's kind of gives you a little bit of flexibility. You can set the industry if you need to track that. So it's pretty basic field options. It can be customized, but that's if you have additional fields that you need to track or see in the system that aren't available, we can customize that. Obviously takes some time and effort and hours to put against that, but it's doable. Once you have the fields mapped, lined up, then you basically just click submit. And I won't do that now because it will load the records. And yeah, I don't want to load them because it would take some time to delete them.
Is there a duplicate feature on there that says, okay?
Yeah, it will look for dupes. It will look for dupes, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it dedupes as part of the load process.
Okay, once you're here and you have this here, then I guess what's the next thing we want to do would be like, what are typical people want to do next? Build an email campaign?
Yeah, basically, yeah. So the very next thing that I think most people would want to do is set up their email domain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So setting up the email domain, and then I think that's creating a form to put on the website so we can do lead capture. Wouldn't you say that'd be the first thing we want to do?
Yeah. Forms are pretty easy as well, but that's another thing, like a top tier, first item / module that any new customer should be working with and setting up.
Right. That's I just want to make sure Like the first thing you want to do when you get into having your CRM, you pull it all in. That's great. But then the next step should be, how do I add to the CRM? So I think that that should be a form that you create. And then that form, I show them how to get the embed code or the HTML code so they can actually put it into their website or into WordPress with either a short code or a HTML widget.
Yeah, exactly. And you can build the forms easily through websites, the website module. So this the option there to, and the functionality, I should say, to build your form, and then you can actually copy the URL, the form URL, and paste it anywhere you need to place it.
Okay.
Right. So of course, contacts are the lifeblood of any CRM system. So not only do you load your static file, but you want to be able to continue to load new customers. Keep it going, keep it fluid, and capture new customers through your site and forms, etc.